Welcome to the world of Joan. And today you are going to cook with Joan. Well, we're not going to cook today. Exactly what we are going to do is I've grabbed some wild mustard from a couple weeks ago, and then I ground them up. And then I've also went and harvested some more plants, and we are making a combination cooking oil vinaigrette solution from using wild mustard. We're going to use daylilies, Queen Anne lace, and sumac that I've all went out and harvested. Now, I didn't go out of my way to harvest any of this stuff. That's something you got to realize. You don't have to. It is everywhere. If you're just out visiting friends, you're on a drive, get in the habit of carrying some bags with you and just stop and harvest you some of these wonderful plants. And don't think of everything as a weed. Think of it as food or medicines or something nice and wonderful like that. Okay, now this here is the ground up mustard, as you can see. Now, it's got a nice little green kind of yellow coloration because what I've done, I put the flowers. The flowers is in here, the leaves, and the seeds. Now, a couple weeks ago, the seeds was not as big. Now, I want to show you a trick. And I saved a couple of them. This here is how you can tell it is a wild mustard plant because all these wonderful little seed pods right here, see all those little seed pods right there? That is wild mustard. Okay, now all I do is when I'm harvesting, I put my 2 fingers here, I pull down. That's all it is to it. And look at that. I'm going to tell you what, look here. You see this? See all those wonderful seeds right there? Now that came just from harvesting that. Now, I've gotten one more I saved. Again, like I said, you can tell this here is your wild mustard one by the seedlets. You can tell by the difference on the flowers and everything. Simple again, like I said, you just take them, you just pull them down, and there you are with this nice little batch of seeds. Okay, now, you can use any kind of vinegar you want to use to make your custom make, just spearmint. Now, what I'm doing, I'm using a red wine vinegar today with my mustard. I might put a little too much in there, but I'm just going to mix it with mustard. And you can add a little bit more if it's still a little too thick for you, And then you're going to have this custom, you can see here already that it's lumping up now just by me making it, by mixing all that in. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more in there. There we go. You can mix it up a little bit more in your grinder if you want to, or hand grind it, or however you want to do it. And then kind of just mix it up, let it marinate. You can keep adding a little more. Like I say, I probably should have made it a little more powdery, but that's okay. If I want to use this as a part of a spice mixture I want, this is going to work out fine for me. I think I could even probably add just a little bit more red wine in it and let it marinate for a minute while I'm showing you what I'm going to do with my others. Now, it's probably it might be a little bit thin, but you got to remember, when things dehydrate and you put something in it wet, water or whatever, it is going to soak back up and it is going to swell back up. And I want to see here the coloration right here on the side. It's like a little bit of a yellowish greenish, I'm going to tell you what, this here was such a good, right here, see all that? You can make a nice little dressing with this, a topping on some food, add some spices to it, mix it all together, saute. Oh, I think it would be just wonderful. Now, we're going to set it to the side, and we're going to let it marinate. Now, I'm going to show you this. This here is my jars that I like finding. Now, I go around secondhand stores all, and this is what I'm going to use, and you need to put a date on it. So, for the first one, we are just going to use the wild mustard. Now, I've gotten some leaves here that I've harvested, and we're going to put some of them down in the bottom here. Remember, it is going to soak, so you have to just fill it about halfway. And when you harvest your seeds and everything, I would set it outside for a little bit and kind of let whatever nature. Now this here is all nothing but seeds and the flowers that I've harvested. The seeds is where a whole lot of the bite in. The bigger flowers is also where a lot of your bite's going to be. Now, I've already got that in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the seeds in there. There we go. And I think I will go ahead and put, I only have a handful left of the mustard leaves. So I'll just go ahead and put them all in there. Now, you take it and you fill it halfway up with the vinegar of your choice. Now, this here's the mustard. Now, if I wanted to use dill pickle vinegar or distilled vinegar or whatever, now I'm using the red wine vinegar to create this nice overall flavor. You see right there, it's about halfway full. I could probably put a little more vinegar in it to do this. I think I will. I want to get up there a little bit more because it is a big container. And then you just take whatever cooking oil you like. Now this one here is a vegetable combination olive oil. I did it on a budget. If I had a down the road, I hope on my wish list, like I said, is my oil grinder to make my own oils with. I'm raising some sunflowers now, so I hope down the road I'll be able to harvest more. So you take what's left and you pour it in there. And make sure, I put a little bit more than I needed, but make sure you have about a ½ inch left on there so you can have room. Now, just kind of shake it up a little bit. This here will mix up some, as you can see now. So now you have this mixture here, and it will absorb itself together. It will mix up. So now you can just sit there and put it to the side somewhere, put it up in the cabinet, put a date on it and mark it. And you have the vinaigrette for the mustard. Now that is just so easy. Can't beat that. Now, look at, boy, this is thickening up even more. I got a little slice of bread. I'm going to try just a little bit of this here and see how it tastes. Now, I want to show you here after I spread it out here. Now, you can see right here, I put it on my half right there. It's got a little green spread to it. You can see the leaves. You can smell the mustard and the vinegar. Oh, let me tell you something. This is heaven. This is wonderful. Can't beat this. So, it just got this nice flavor to it. I added the red wine vinegar in it. The more it marinates, probably the better it will get. You can custom make your own. You can add you some, diced up onions or maybe onion spice or whatever you want to add into it. Oh, I want to tell you what. This is good. Can't beat this. So, oh wow, I'm in hog heaven. I got another bite of this, and it just, the flavor, it just exploded in my mouth. And guess what? This is natural. I didn't go out of my way to harvest this. If you can sit there and watch a movie for 2 hours, like I said, you can set your plants outside for a little bit, make sure all the hitchhikers are gone, bring them in, take the leaves off, take the seeds off, separate them, and grind them up. And you don't even have to grind them up if you don't want to. You can leave the seeds and the flowers the way they are and grind them, put them in a jar, and use them as a spice to cook with. I want to tell you what, this is good. Wow. Now, I'm going to do another video here in just a few minutes on the benefit of the other type one I'm making. And show you the difference between a couple of the day flowers and stuff. Oh, I'm going to tell you what. Potpourri prepper out there, this is to you. And I'm going to tell you what, you need to try this. This is wonderful. Oh, gosh, I enjoy this. This here's healthy for you. It's better for you. No side effects. I've got my mustard resin, my cooking / resin going. Let it sit for 2 months. Put a date on it. Put it up. Forget about it. And it'll all absorb it. And you got this nice, wonderful flavor. Wow. I remember having a mustard sandwich when I was a kid. Because sometimes that's all you had in the refrigerator was eat. I'll tell you what, this here is awesome. So potpourri pepper, get out there and try some of that. Harvest some of this here. Make you up some toppings for your meats and stuff. Oh, Lordy, this is so good. So from the world of Joan, be safe, be happy. Bless y'all.